Another common question that we get is, what is an appraisal? Why do I need it? And who's ordering it? Who's paying for it?
That is a very, very good question. I get that a lot.
Mhm.
First of all, when you buy a home for, let's just say, 500,000, then the lender needs to make sure the property is worth 500,000. Because if it's not, then you have issues. Now,
Mhm.
it's fine if it's worth 520 because you're getting your mortgage based on the value of the home and what you're paying for it.
Okay.
The lenders always order it. Um, so a mortgage broker is going to put in an order with the final bank that's going to fund the loan.
Okay.
So they're not physically in charge of it, but they're going to put in the order through the other company and they're going to order it.
Okay.
So mortgage bankers are probably the ones that you want to deal with because they're in full control and they're going to order the appraisal. Now, when it comes in, they're going to look at the appraisal and make sure that it's a good appraisal,
Uh-huh.
especially if it's not worth what you're paying for it. And there's different things that
Interesting.
we do at
Uh-huh.
that point.
Uh-huh. Okay. So an appraisal is where an appraiser is going to come out to the property and they're going to basically, do they usually come inside?
So there's a couple of different types of appraisals.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them will go inside, look at
Mm-hmm.
the property. They want to make sure that there's no there's fixtures in there.
Mm-hmm.
There are no damage to the walls and so
Mm-hmm.
forth. That it's exactly what it's supposed to be,
Mm-hmm.
because there's regulations and things that basically when you buy a house,
Mm-hmm.
if you're going to do an FHA mortgage, there's certain regulations
Mm-hmm.
that they use or
Yeah.
VA.
Yeah. So I think that appraisals are super fascinating. As realtors, because we know that, we keep that in mind when we're helping somebody come up with the list price for their home when they're
That
gonna.
is a very important thing.
Yeah, yes, and it's very key because a lot of times you might have a homeowner who's really, improved their home, borderline over improved their home, right?
They have done that,
And
yes.
and now they're looking and they want the appraiser, well, hey, I paid $60,000 for that marble. What, you know what I mean? And it's like the appraiser doesn't always care necessarily about those things, all of those add-ons. You know what I mean?
That's true.
There's a limit. You can over improve, right? And so in the state of
Yeah,
Illinois, there's something like, after, I want to say it's 6 bedrooms, they don't give any additional value for the bedrooms. Interestingly, also with solar panels, they don't do additional value for solar panels.
right.
So you might spend a lot of money and think this is really awesome, and when you go to sell your home, it turns out there is actually not a return on investment in the sale of the home. You might be,
Right,
with your electric
right.
bill, things like that. But appraisals are very interesting. So I think having the advice and the perspective of an appraiser, in all things buying and selling a home, is really important as well.
Sure. Now, also, there are called property inspection waivers. So, as a lender,
Mm-hmm.
when we put this in and we run it through the automated system, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, they put in so much information that sometimes it comes back through the automated system and says, you can have a property inspection waiver, meaning that you don't need a full appraisal. We believe the value that was put in and what you're paying for it is going to pass.
Interesting.
So, we can use that,
Uh huh.
but that doesn't always come up.
Sure. Okay. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.